Hello, 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 hello. Welcome. So good to see you. Thank you so much for joining live. If you're joining live with me, and thank you for those watching the replay. You are incredible. I have two chats going on, so I may be a little bit lost. Actually three, but it's okay. I'm seeing in the StreamYard chat all my thrivers. Hello, hello, hello. Hi, Corinne. Hi, Clarissa. Hello. Well, welcome. My name is Chris. I'll introduce myself a little bit more and give you a little bit of my story for those of you just joining. I do want to say hello if you're new to the Facebook group. We haven't gone live inside of the Facebook group for quite some time now. So we're so pumped to be back and provide you, of course, with this awesome update. And yeah, we're pumped. And thank you also for those watching from the YouTube replay. I'm really excited for it. Great. So let's get started. And welcome to the masterclass on first, obviously, what's been updated, and of course, how to build your teacher brand on XiaoHongShu specifically. And I want to first kind of set the stage for our session today. And I really want to talk about entering the class today with full energy and no hesitation. So I want you all to share something with me first. So if you can please drop in the chat what type of English service you provide, or if it's like another subject besides English, let me know in the chat. And yeah, I'm excited to see where y'all are coming from. Type in Kinga. Okay. Alrighty. So Clarissa saying ESL, good ESL with young learners, current ESL with young learners. Awesome. Great. So yeah. Oh, hi, Sherla. I hope I said that right. Okay. So there's ESL, math, and reading on the table. Okay, great. I love it. All right, thank y'all so much. So good. I kind of have a good feel that we're kind of going with the ESL theme. Great it. Great. So, I love to hear it all. Now, before we get into updates, I want to ask you, I want us to kind of go back into from the email, hopefully that's where you're joining me from, and really thinking about dreaming big, projecting to the next vision, right? And so I want you to ask yourself, quote unquote, what if, okay, what if, and dream big. So the question again in the chat, I want you to drop your answer is, what is your current biz goal? What is your current teacher biz goal? Please share it in the chat with me. Alrighty, you can, whether that's gaining 50 new students, launching a successful teacher brand, hitting a new income, a milestone, claim it. Don't block yourself. Like, go big, think big. No, don't judge yourself either. So today is about turning those what ifs into reality. So let me know in the chat. Okay, we also have IELTS subjects here on the table. Okay. Let me see. I'm having some issues with the Facebook. Alrighty, so let me know in the chat. Okay. Facebook Live should be good to go. Alrighty. Let me see here. Okay. Got it. Sorry, I'm having trouble with the Facebook stream a little bit, so I need to. King is in the back helping me out right now. So I just want to make sure that it's also being streamed correctly to the group. Okay, it looks like it is. Alrighty. Thanks everyone for your patience. So let me look at the chat. Here, let me get to Kinga. Great. So let's see. Clarissa, hitting big income goals. Awesome. Corinne, enrolling 20 students, hit my monthly goal for the income. Working 20 hours per week with an income of $4,000 per month minimum with the money bag emojis. Heck yes. Um, I love it. I love it. Where are my emojis? There you go. I'm reacting to y'all's. Okay, I love it. I love these big vision goals. Great. So, let me get back to my notes so I can see. Great. So, so, I love these big dreams and these big goals, and I love that this can be a starting point, right? Because when we imagine what we want, it's easier and there's a more direct path to it becoming our new reality, right? And before we get into the updates, I want to make sure that everyone understands there's a key difference in this online business world, and that's between making moves and taking action. Alrighty. So, what do I mean by that? So, watching this live right now, you being in the chat, engaging with me, thank you so much for your replies, and you dedicating your time to be here with me. That's making moves. But what's more crucial and what's more important is what you do after this live. And what I mean by that is taking action. So, action is applying what we are going to talk about here today, whether that's creating content or building your brand a little bit, or even refining other things of your business, like your offer, your platform, your curriculum, etc. So I want you to commit to action. I know I'm the engaging person here, but I want you to type one more time in the chat, action, if you're ready to take what we're going to learn today and apply it to your business. Christine, I love it. Be a girl boss. Yes, 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 yes. Yes, please. Okay, so while y'all's commit with me to action, 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 action. Good, good, good. I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. We're action takers here in the group. Let me see if I can fix the Facebook thing. Nope, I can't. Okay. So, go action win. Yeah, Corinne, action. Yeah, yeah. I love it. I love it. I love it. Great. Action across the board. Good, 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 good. All right. Action for satisfaction. Can that be our new slogan? Alrighty. I think there's some trouble with the Facebook, so I'm not sure. Hopefully Kinga can deal with that. But we're gonna continue and carry on. So remember, you're here because, you're envisioning something bigger than what your current reality is set up for, right? So maybe you're already successful in multiple ways. I know some of you are, nodding to my thrivers, but you're meant for more. And so we're here to always look at what we have to make it even bigger, to even make it better, and to really propel forward, by refining it. Right? Think about you as a teacher. You always look at your teaching skills, or at least I hope you do. I don't know. I do, at least. I'm not the same teacher I was, when I first started my career, what, 6, 7 years ago now. I'm a different teacher than then, because I go and I learn new skills, I refine and I get better. So same thing with entrepreneurship and your business, right? Is about going big and constantly improving and wanting to be constantly improving. Wanting to be like low key. I don't like to use this word too loudly, obsessed with your business, and taking those small yet significant steps that will change the trajectory of your business. So, a little bit about me for those that are here, and new to this space. Thank you so much. My name is Chris, Coach Chris. You can follow me on Instagram, at Chris the Online Teacher. I'm the co-founder of Creative Funnel with my business partner Kinga, and we're 4,000 strong in this amazing, incredible community. And it's really awesome. You also invigorate me, and I'm really pumped to be part of this with you. It takes a village, like we always say. So a little bit about me. I started with the Orange Company. And that's how I started my online teaching journey. I actually started teaching in person back back in 2016, I think, as a sub. And then I went into the health sector, and then I moved across the pond to Spain. And that's when I started teaching with the Orange Company, which of course then shut down, right? So, yeah, sure. I will get the handle here. Just a sec, everyone. You feel free to Chris, the online teacher. Yeah, good. Chris, the online teacher. Good. Excellent. So that's a little bit about me and how I got started with online teaching. When the whole thing shut down, I had a decision to make, right? I was like, okay, do I go all in and keep doing what I'm doing and take my work with me, right? Or do I shift careers and do something else and become back and go back to in school person teaching? And so I decided to actually take control and just choose to take control back of my life and my work. And I went into entrepreneurship. I am almost 3 years strong in my teaching business. And I've gotten to my goal that I projected way back when. And now I'm able to teach about 2 hours, almost three, still, make my base income goals. And now also, of course, support all of you and this wonderful community and all my coaching clients as well, and my membership as my whole day. And so I really get to wake up and do what I love to do. I wake up to work with my clients, to work with my members, and to work with you here in the Facebook group, and also with my students. So busy days, but I love it. And I'm ready to help you also get to these visions, right? That we stated, the 20 hours per week, 4K month, enrolling 20 students, bigger income goals. Yes, yes, yes. Oh my goodness. You said it perfectly. We are next. And I want to get you there. I feel, I don't know about you, but I literally believe this in my soul, that I know that you have what it takes. I know that you have what it takes. You're a teacher. Ugh. I like want to like shake something, but you're a teacher, right? You have so many skills that are already part of being an entrepreneur. It's just looking at it from a different lens and being like, oh, okay. So I can do that and do it over here. Awesome. So I want us to go through this journey together. Yay. Yeah. Awesome. Thanks, Sherla. So without further ado, let's get into the masterclass. I first want to start with the topic of your teacher story. Alrighty. And this is kind of the beginning of how we're going to build our teacher brand, and specifically on XiaoHongShu, so your teacher story. Alrighty. Let me check in with Kinga. Let's see, everything good. Just want to make sure that we're on Facebook somehow. Okay. So, your teacher story. With social media, I want us to understand that it's more optimal, or the engagement that you're going to get with the social media that you're posting in this digital age, because I don't know about y'all's, but we're consuming a lot really fast. And so I want you to understand that we need to actually tell our story on social media. So when we share a story, it's not just about what we say, but how we say it. So I don't want y'all's to go with the cookie cutter template that are maybe your previous experiences on a platform have taught you. And it's okay if you've done it. You can go back on my profiles and see all my cringy intro videos from platforms. And the thing is, though, we don't want to say, hi, I'm teacher Chris. Join me for classes on ABCs. That's not going to get you anywhere, or it's not going to be like, here's a static post of my class price list. Who's going to consume that, right? Like, who's going to, if you put on a random storefront, like 100% off, and and there's no name to the business, or you didn't even, and the windows are all covered up, like, would you even trust going into that store? Right? So that's what I mean a little bit about your teacher story, right? So the goal of social media, the goal is to create a connection with your audience, with your following, with the viewer that's consuming your content. I want you to think about how you consume on social media, for example. So think about the stories that have moved you through social media. And, it can be no judgment. It can be the cat video. It can be, a recipe video. It can be, your DIY on how to, fix up, the fixer upper on the house, right? But it brings an emotion to you. If you want to think about it a little bit deeper, it brings out an emotion to you. And you're feeling something, not just watching something. You're feeling humor, you're feeling, oh, inspired, you're feeling motivated. And so I want you to start thinking in that lens. Alrighty. So let me check. Sorry, quick pause. Kinga, yeah, seems okay. Cool. Thank you, Kinga. Awesome. So I think we're back on Facebook too. Great. Give me 1 second so I can just bring it up here. Nope. Okay. Alrighty. So great. Give me a 1 if you're following me along with your teacher story. Oh my gosh. Is this Kinga? Okay. I think this is Kinga. Yes, teacher teamwork. Okay, Clarissa. Thank you. Yeah. Yeah, for sure. Come back when you're finished. Good. So awesome, awesome. One's across the board. I see it. Christine, Charlotte, Corinne. Woo woo. So, now as teachers, you think about it. You have a gold mine of stories, and that's, you can think about your favorite moments, your student successes, your own, learning, your own growth as a teacher in itself, as a career, as a profession, as a passion. So I want you to imagine sharing a story about a student, for example, who overcame language barriers, or imagine sharing a story about how your unique teaching, and by the way, you're already uniquely teaching. By the way, you're already uniquely teaching because you are you, and the way you teach, no one can teach like you because that's coming from you. Help a student achieve X goal, right? So these stories, if you think about it as a story, we're not just showcasing your skills, but we're actually engaging and inspiring your potential viewer. In this case, your potential student, customer, and for, I see a lot of youngers, for the parent in that case, the guardian. So, like Corinne said, she read my mind here. Authenticity is key. Your audience can tell when you're genuine, and your audience can tell when you're saying, "Hi, I'm teacher Chris. Here's my ABC class." You can tell. You can tell. You can tell there's difference. Shirley, yes. We'll send out an email to the link to the YouTube page, and you can rewatch this if you're if you need to go or come back and rewatch this at any time. We'll post it in our YouTube page, and it'll also be on our Facebook group. Alrighty. And yeah, Kinga, your name isn't, but your comments are visible. Thank you. Alrighty, so let's dive deeper now into XiaoHongShu's recent algorithm changes. So I gave you that lesson on stories because we have seen a clear shift towards users valuing engagement over just like a simple static or even like an ad type of thing content. So, what does this mean for us as online teacher entrepreneurs and our awesome storytellers inside of us? So it basically means that our content's success now hinges more on how the users interact with it. Do they comment? Do they share? Do they spend time reflecting on what you've shared by, I don't know, collecting your post or by sharing it in DMs? So that's one of the first major updates, y'all, is that the XiaoHongShu um, platform in itself, the algorithm change, is taking more consideration the user engagement with your post. And that's why I preface with the storytelling, because that's how we can actually engage more the user by bringing them into our world. So, to align with these changes, our stories should invite some type of connection. Alrighty. So, for example, when you share a student's journey, just don't say like, um, here's students A's results on their exam from school last class because we did this lesson together. No, we're not just stating facts. We have to think about the narrative that really invites the viewer to see themselves in your content, to solicit curiosity, what I like to call it. My thrivers know about this already. And so instead of saying, here's a fact, think about the story behind it. So I just made up a random fact, but the story could be, I don't know. So they did better on their exam in school. So something about how you as a teacher were able to actually help them feel a little bit comfortable with speaking, which helped them loosen up and make mistakes and not be afraid to correct those mistakes, which led for their first verbal exam in their public school system to be much more successful than the last one. All right, so there's a little example of how I would do that. Alrighty, 1 second, everyone. I'm not liking the lighting here. Okay, there you go. Great, wonderful. So give me a 2 if you're following along with me on the first update into XiaoHongShu and the XiaoHongShu specific algorithm update. Alrighty, good, awesome, awesome. So I'm just taking a look at my notes. Awesome, Christine's got it. Corinne's got it. Shirley's got it. 2 across the board. I love it. I love to see it. Woo! So I also want you to consider the structure of how your content is going. Okay. So in this case, the algorithm favors content that keeps the user engaged for longer. So that doesn't mean you can make like a 3-minute thing, but we can actually start to consider maybe a longer version of our content. So I know our thrivers, we've been saying around like 30 seconds. Now we can even maybe push it to 60 seconds, even 90 seconds. I wouldn't go past that, to be quite honest with you. But we want to, if they're engaging with our content longer, maybe it's not that you make your content longer. Maybe you are doing short 10 seconds, but they're going into your profile, they're clicking on other posts. And so that can also mean that the user is engaging more with your content, longer with your content. Okay. And so to do that, we need to actually stop the scroll, right? We're like going like this, like 100%, So we want to stop that finger from scrolling. And the way to do that is, of course, through a hook and to really, get the attention of the viewer. So that can be a surprising fact, a common myth about teaching or your teaching style, or a common myth about your ESL subject, an intriguing question, a fun fact about you, right? And so I want us to think about how to stop that scroll specifically with that. And I'll get to that in the second part a little bit. And yeah, so before I go on to the second section, I just really want you to think about that when your content resonates, it engages automatically. So I don't want you to be also like so like flabbergasted, like, oh, what do I do now? What do I do now? What do I do now? No, let's take a pause. These are awesome updates. But if your content has a plan and if your content has a strategy behind it and a narrative, which I'll get to right now, it's going to resonate. And with that, if there's a connection, it's going to get engagement, right? And then what's more likely to be favored by the algorithm, thus extending your reach, thus extending your impact, thus establishing your brand as a XiaoHongShu, et cetera, et cetera. Of course, then getting into DMs and more enrollments, right? Okay, so let's go into content strategy next. Let's go into content strategy next. So I know Coach Kinga is more of a expert on this, but I also have been trying to look at my own content on Instagram and really think about what's my strategy and implementing. I mean, I have a strategy, but thinking about what that means to me, right? And how I could kind of deliver this to you all in the masterclass today. So, when creating content on XiaoHongShu, I want you to focus on the value it brings. So you can ask yourself, what can my viewer get out of this? So I want us to move a shift away from this kind of like, sorry to say it, but this kind of like this cookie cutter platform demo teaching, like, follow this script, make sure to say this, make sure to say that. No, we want you to really consider what your viewer's going to get out of it. So, I wouldn't, so you can it can be as simple as a quick grammar tip even, right? But you're telling it in your own way. So I want you to make sure that your content is engaging, but also valuable at the same time. So here are some tips for creating these compelling type of content. Your content's first impression matters a lot. So with XiaoHongShu, I want you to think of using something that catches the eye. So thinking about the hook again. But when I mean something that says to catch the eye, I'm talking about something visual. So definitely a hook is more like what you're saying, or like a question, a text on the video or content carousel. But I also want you to think about like a visual that can like grab someone's attention. So that could be like a funny sticker, a related sticker that like pops up in the first nanosecond, or that could be you dressed in a hat. I have my sparkly hat for those following me on Instagram. And other visual cues like that. Maybe it's more advanced editing, like you're zooming in into your content and you're stopping the scroll. And then I know coaching might get mad about this. But I do want us to consider, and this is, I would preface this with saying, for those that have already been posting and have a strategy and can do it consistently, so this is more for my more like further along people, but I want you to consider thinking and creating of covers. So again, we're talking about XiaoHongShu specifically and then in these news updates, but a cover can really draw attention to someone, to your profile. Like if they go into your profile and see, oh, cool, what's that? It kind of sets the tone for the post. Because we talked about not thinking about, anyways, this was in our group coaching call this morning. And Kinga was like, forget about covers. And me like with my outline there, like, yikes. Great. Next, we want to think about your titles that you're putting on XiaoHongShu. When you post, you can put titles. We want them to be also kind of like a stop hook. So we want them to be emotionally engaging, right? And we want them to include certain keywords. These are keywords that the algorithm picks up. So when someone searches for something, your post is likely most likely to pop up in the search results. And so, of course, that's kind of another update ish. Title and keywords have always been kind of top priority in my mind. And of course, keywords in your description and just being concise with your captions, not making them too long. So great, Kinga. Lols. I'm just about them done. I love it. I love it. Yeah, to cover or not to cover. Again, I'm going to preface it. I'm going to do a little disclaimer here. I am a believer in that I'm the co-driver in your car, in your entrepreneur car. So at the end of the day, you're the one making the shots, and I want you to make the shots because at the end of the day, like you need to trust yourself. That's what it comes down to. And so we can kind of guide you and tell you, maybe let's not take that left. Maybe let's take that right. But if you want to take the left, we're going to take the left. I'm not going to say no. I'm not here to tell you do this. I want to guide you in you making maybe some of those choices that are wrong at first. That's how you learn to trust yourself too, by kind of falling and getting back up. So anyways, so that's a little bit about XiaoHongShu. So your titles, for example, if anyone in the chat can give me their most recent content topic, I can try to do a good title here on the spot. I'm gonna try. So let me know like your most recent like content post, what you did. And of course, all of this is being translated into into Mandarin characters. Not English, please. So another update with XiaoHongShu algorithm is that they are now favoring posts that generate follows, comments, collects, and likes. Alrighty. So we need to start creating that interaction. That's kind of the new update, a second update. So we maybe want to consider posting in series, maybe like you've seen in TikTok, where it's like part 1, part 2, part 3, or like the end of the video comes and you're like, I want to know more, but then the creator is like, check out my profile for part 2, or follow more, or follow for part 2. It's like, but it's so crucial, right? Yeah, Christine, I can repeat that. So the second update is that now the platform favors posts that generate follows, comments, collects, and likes. So interaction is more important now. Okay. Interaction is more important now. So you can do this by, again, doing a little series if you're doing video. Even if you're doing like a carousel post on things, you can maybe even do a part 1, part 2 on a carousel post, right? I would say series are kind of what's trending on TikTok, on XiaoHongShu also. So it kind of keeps your audience engaged over a series of posts rather than one post, for example. So you can take up your 3-minute video idea, awesome idea that you have, chop it up into 4 parts, put it up, done. I mean, put it up. First video ends, follow or check out my profile for part 2. And then they go into profile and they see, oh, part 2. And your cover says part 2, right? You want your viewer to easily be able to tap really quick. So, great. Let me look at my notes. Timing is key. So posting your content when your audience is most active. That's more of a trial and error on your side. Unfortunately, I can tell you that Thursday and Friday and weekends are when most users are on there, but I don't know if they're consuming your content at that time. So it's kind of picking. What I did was look at, what week are we in? 10th. So week November 6th to 10th, I've tried morning time ranges from 8 to 10 a.m. And I've also tried evening time ranges from 9 to 10 p.m. Beijing time. And I want to see the view count. What what's gotten more views, or now with the new updates, what's gotten more interaction, right? Okay, thanks, Corinne. Let me go back. Let me circle back to the video title. New words from the dictionary. Okay, like any new words, or I'll try. Okay, new words from the dictionary. So you could say not the top. Recent words. Okay, yeah. Okay. Yeah, I was going that route with the title. So you could say 5 major new additions to the English dictionary as of November. I would say 2023. But yeah, or something like that. That would be a good title because you have a new in it, which is a frequent keyword. You have dictionary, you have English, and so you're picking up on those search terms. If someone's like searching for something related to English, you can pop up there, right? So yeah, great. Excellent. Or you could say, do you know the most recent new words in the dictionary in your video title, right? Or did you know that the dictionary was updated? Or did you know the English dictionary had new words in it this past month? Something like that. That's just off the top of my head. Great. Let's go into the last section before we start wrapping up. Give me a lucky 5 if you're following along with the masterclass. Good, good. Mhm. I love this, Christine. Did you know this book could get heavier? I think you'll be popping up on like fixer upper videos, but I like it. It's like someone searches for home improvement and like you pop up there. Anyways, yeah. Good. 5 across the boards. I love it. Touche. I love it. I love the attitude. Yes, thank you. As long as it's engaging. You got it, Christine. You're nailing it. So let's talk about brand building now. And I want you to also think about after you post to not dip out. Okay. And like just post and go away. I want you to think about actively engaging with the app, right? Social media. Social media. Emphasis on the social. We want the app wants you to stay and interact with the fellow users. That's why it's a social media app. And so as us online teacherpreneurs, we want to foster those meaningful engagement discussions with not only our followers, of course, but with the bigger community on XiaoHongShu. So, of course, this could be done in a variety of ways. Think about your content. At the end of the content, you can encourage your viewer to do one action, tell them to do something, but one thing only. Keep it simple. Something like share this post with a friend if you like dictionaries. Or, save this post for later, or follow me for more updates on the Oxford English Dictionary. Going off the dictionary thing. Right. So you're inviting the viewer to do something and to engage with you and or engage with the community, because if they're going to share or send it to someone, that's engagement. That's the social part. You can also think about, and so another way to engage or to interact with the community is to go and comment. I know, it's in Mandarin. Do I understand half of the things? I don't understand 100% of the things. I don't speak Mandarin. But you have to go into that search bar at the very top, click on it, and start looking for something. Maybe you're just gonna look for your favorite thing. Like maybe I'm gonna look for fixer uppers, or 5 home improvements, and then just interact with that to start because I know that's familiar. I can just visually see it, right? And then you can start looking for more specific things into your brand, like a lot of teachers work with raz, so that's a highly searched key term, so you can search for raz, and you'll see a lot of students reading raz people, and you'll see a lot of agencies and or other teachers on there too. So it's about kind of exploring. And then in our star student trainings we also talk about like thinking about your target student's hobby and searching for those things. Oh my gosh, scuba videos. Oh, that's amazing. I want to look for that. So it's about not just posting and leaving. It's more also about what you're doing after the post. Now, don't ask me about, okay, Chris, so how much time do I have to like spend commenting and engaging and liking and collecting? I don't know. That's up to you. Again, I don't know if I could give you a time range. Of course, make it more than 60 seconds, right? But make it something worth your while. And when you think it's enough, fine. I would say at minimum, spend at least 3 minutes at the very least, searching and playing around with it. Yeah. So this kind of interaction is crucial with the new updates because, like I said, with update number 2, the more the engagement is going, the more the better the post is going to perform, essentially. Okay, so let me go back here, and let me try to pull up the thingy here. Okay. All right. Hey, Ron. Good to have you here. Welcome. Been a member since last year. First thing I saw on my feed. Okay. Nice. Nice. I love this that you're like looking for something. I want you to maybe reconsider if you want to go into entrepreneurship, of course. Um, Reframing the phrase job hunt and thinking more like a business person, like, okay, I'm on I want to open up my storefront. What do I need to build to, open doors type of thing? Just FYI. Let's see. And then Ron, do you do regular videos or share on a separate channel? Could you help me understand this question a little bit more, Ron, or maybe someone else can help me give me a little bit more context? Um, Like, are you talking about, like, specifically for your XiaoHongShu? Are you talking about what we do here in Creative Funnel? Let me know. Okay, so now let's shift focus on growing your brand. Let's shift focus on growing our brand on XiaoHongShu. First and foremost, consistency is key. I want you to pick a number, whether that's optimally is 3 to 4 times a week, but maybe you're posting 1 to 2 times a week, right? Commit to a minimum number of posts on social media and an honest minimum number. Okay. I want you to think about maybe I can only do 1 post a week. Well, then let's do the 1 post a week. I can do 3 to 4 optimally. Then I can do 3 to 4, right? And not kind of do this like back and forth where you're 3 or 4, bam, and then 0, 0, 0, and then 3 to 4, bam, 0, 0, 0. I want a consistency. Consistency is key. And not only with the platform part of things, but with your brand, right? If you'll like come in and go out of the world, then the world won't know that you're there essentially because you're kind of like a flickering light. So you want to ensure that your posts carry that consistency, and just it helps with association, right? Your viewer will remember, oh, that's that teacher. Okay, cool. Let me follow, or let me collect, or let me see what's been going on. And yeah, great. And that's a little bit about that. Let's see, understand. Let me look at my notes again. Good. Good, good, good. So another major update essentially already, let's get our pens ready. Another major update is that um the algorithm thinks about how the post is doing and kind of adds up as it performs better. So you post it, right? Number 1, you post it. Number 2, the XiaoHongShu machine reviews it. It scans your content, and if it's video, it's going to scan what you say. It's going to scan the captions in your video, and it's going to scan your title. It's going to scan your description of the video, and it's going to scan hashtags. It's going to take all that into consideration. Then it's going to pop it up into some users' feeds, and it's going to test how it performs. Going back to the update, is it going to get the likes? Is it going to get the collects? Are people commenting? Are they sending it to someone else? Are they going into your profile? Are they following you from your post? And so all so if that performs, if one of those things are done right in that first wave of, hey, here's a new post, check it out, then it's if something checks out on that, let's say someone comments on your video, then the algorithm is going to be like, okay, cool, this video seems to work, let me go and push it out to more people on their explore feed, which is the homepage that when you open up the app. Let's say it gets another like. Cool. Let me push it out to a little bit more people, right? It gets comments, it gets collects, more people, more people. And so it keeps kind of pushing out the post to more and more and more. And that's essentially the goal, right? Going viral. And yeah, that's one of the new updates, essentially, that the post goes through a review process, essentially, of like, can it perform well? Can it engage? Can it keep someone on the app? And if it does, it'll do better and better and better. That's why I talked about storytelling earlier. Okay, so that's a little bit about the XiaoHongShu updates and how your teacher brand can actually impact and best use this updates for you. So remember, authentic content, please. Um, Engaging storytelling in your content, good titles. Make sure to stop that scroll. And this with your brand can help you kind of take advantage of this update, especially as we're going into the holiday season there in China. I did want to give you a little outline that I made. Correct. Yeah, Corinne. More engagement equals more exposure. To sum it up in a nutshell, the new update in 2023. That's not what I wanted. Good. So how can you even start to create this, right? So I want you to think about a topic that you're going to do. So maybe you're like, hey, there's some new words in the dictionary. So I'm going to talk about that. Then you're going to outline your narrative, your story. So set the scene with a hook. What are the new 5 words? Are you going to talk about them and just say them? Are you going to like do a little like example? Are you going to um I don't know, make it a skit, and then the end is the CTA essentially. So here, I'm gonna put it here, craft the engaging opening. So that's number 2, 2A, 2A. oops, to be, and the middle. This may just post randomly too. And then to see is the end with call to action. Alrighty. Yeah, I formatted for no reason. So it's in the chat in the StreamYard chat here. So you can copy that and kind of give you a structure on how to implement your post. So before you head out, I know we have 5 minutes. I do want to get to some of these questions that I see and also tell you how we can continue forward, right? After this training and take action. Y'all's committed. So Ron, your question: do you post advice videos about being an entrepreneurial teacher just on XiaoHongShu or do Facebook? Oh, okay. Yeah. So I have an Instagram at Chris the Online Teacher. You can follow me there about being an entrepreneur and teaching. We also have our YouTube page. And you can also DM me and see how we can possibly work together. In terms of Facebook, we are. I can't say anything yet on the Facebook thing because yeah, I'm going to get into that right now. Okay, so RAS engagement, social media. Yeah, cool. Great, Ron. Great. So you can go, like Corinne said, to the App Store. I would direct you specifically to xiaohongshu.com. Is a foreign social media. So I'm going to put it here. It almost has more recent numbers are 250 million active users. So it's a pretty strong app. And you can register to the app as you register to any social media with a phone number, a password, and you're in. Yeah, and that's how you can get into XiaoHongShu. A lot of the settings, even though the app will recognize your language, your phone's default language settings, a lot of it is still in Chinese. Of course, the content is in Mandarin. So I want you to not get overwhelmed. You can use an online translation tool like Google Translate, where you take a screenshot of something and you can pop it into Google and it'll kind of scan the picture and give you a translation on top. So yeah, it is a foreign social media app. That's the nuance about it, that we do have to A, follow community guidelines, and B, have to have to dance with this language barrier. Alrighty, so before y'all's go and kind of referring back to Ron, we will be doing more on here on Facebook. So I hope that we can see you. And I do want to make a little announcement. So if I could get a lucky 7 to ramp me up to give this announcement. Meanwhile, I want to thank you all so much for joining me in this insightful masterclass. I hope that you found the strategies and tips not only helpful, but as like, okay, I'm ready to go to build your brand and engage with your students on XiaoHongShu. Okay, I love it. 7s across the boards. So let me grab a sip of water. Okay, before we wrap up, I have an exciting opportunity to share with all of you. If you're looking to dive deeper into the world of social media across the board, not only with XiaoHongShu, but with Instagram or TikTok or YouTube, and really tell the world, like blast it, like I'm open for business. Here I am. We are so excited and I'm so thrilled to invite you to the upcoming 3-day live social media for online teachers mini challenge. Oh my goodness. Yes. Where's my applause? I have applause, everyone. So this challenge is designed with you in mind. You're passionate about using social media as this free platform to tell the world, hey, I'm here, I'm open for business, right? To expand your reach, to connect with the world, to help your students out there, and really just make a greater impact within the world of online education. So, over the 3 days, we'll explore, how to build your teacher brand, day 1. Day 2, training 2, is how to craft content with a plan, right? Like what we were kind of mentioning today, you don't just wanna do a cookie cutter thing. And then day 3 is talking about the different platforms and helping you decide, right? You're the driver. So I want you to decide, okay, am I going to go this route? Am I going to go this route? What's this route? And see what is the best route for you. So not only will this challenge provide you with actionable steps to enhance your social media presence and tell the world, I am here, I'm the teacher for you, but it will also offer a platform to connect with your fellow entrepreneurs, right? And teacher entrepreneurs. And the best part, everyone, the best part, are you ready? It is completely free to join, and it's actually going to be hosted inside of our XiaoHongShu for Teachers Facebook group, which and yeah, I'll leave you there with a cliffhanger. But if you're ready to take your social media game to the next level, I want to show you where you can register and sign up. This is the 3-day live social media challenge for social media for online teachers mini challenge. You can subscribe to the calendar. I'll drop the link in a second. Just want you to see you can follow the calendar, and that'll subscribe you to your Apple or Google or whatever calendar system you use. And then I want to show you the topics that we're going to be looking at. So I'm all about mindset. Like, I'm sorry, y'all, but we need to change our minds. We really need to get in there and do the work. So before each training, we're going to be hosting a mini 15-minute talk where we're going to do and talk about mindset essentially. And then we're going into training 1, how to build a teacher brand. Training 2 is, sorry, this is all starting on Tuesday, by the way. And then we're going into how to create content with a plan. And then last, how to get started on social media and choosing your social media platform. And all you have to do is, again, when I drop the link, follow the calendar. And then also with each training that you're interested in joining, you can see a little RSVP orange button here. So you want to click on the training. I need to share my screen with the other one. And you will be popped into the RSVP for that specific training. And you want to click on respond and make sure that you're RSVP'd to that training. Alrighty. So, let's see. I'm going to drop the link. And I'm going to go and drop a little call to action for all of y'all. So I hope that you can take action with the masterclass today. Of course, you can come back and rewatch this. If you are like on Friday mood and you're like, okay, I'll come back, Chris. So if you're ready to take your social media game to the next level, make sure to click on the link and register to the calendar for your free live 3-day social media for teachers and mini challenge. We're really excited for this, and what's to come is also more exciting. And yeah, so let's continue to keep inspiring, teaching, and connecting in this awesome community of online educators and online entrepreneurs. I can't wait to see you on Tuesday as we kick off our 3-day live challenge. Thank you again so much for spending this Friday with me. And yeah, I hope to see you all in the challenge. Thank you so much. See ya. Bye.